It is 8 o'clock, and for breakfast I'm going to have watermelon. I have this half of a watermelon that I had in the fridge. Honestly, I don't think I'm gonna eat this entire thing, but we'll see. I typically have about 4 pounds of watermelon in the morning. So yeah, I'm gonna go sit outside somewhere and eat this. Okay, I'm sitting outside eating my watermelon. So you might be wondering why I like to have watermelon for breakfast. So I like to have really water-rich fruits for breakfast. I like to start my day off with something really hydrating, and on top of that, watermelon is just like my favorite fruit of all time. So that's why I like to have melons first thing in the morning. Of course, you don't have to have melons. It could be any fruit. It could be apples, it could be oranges, it could be mangoes. It doesn't have to be a water-rich fruit necessarily. Doesn't mean all of your fresh fruit is going to be pretty water rich for the most part, but your melons are going to be the most water rich. That's why I like to have them first thing in the morning. Again, you don't have to, but it's just my personal preference. Whew, okay, I'm full. I just finished eating my watermelon, and I wanted to show you guys how much I ate, just so you can kind of get an idea. Let me show you. All right, so this is where we're at. I had about half of this, and honestly, it's a pretty big watermelon. But I had about half of this half, so that just kind of gives you an idea of how much I ate. And I just want to say that however much you eat is very personal, right? Like, everyone is going to eat a different amount. Just because I ate this much watermelon, that doesn't mean that you have to eat this much watermelon. You might want to eat more. You might want to eat less. You might eat more frequently in smaller meals throughout the day. You know, everyone is going to be different. I will say that the longer that you've been on this lifestyle, so the more you're used to eating larger volumes of food, the easier it is to be able to eat more in one sitting, and then you can go longer throughout the day without having to like snack constantly. Although there's nothing wrong with snacking constantly throughout the day either. But when you first start out, you're just not going to be used to all of this volume. So you're probably going to have to eat more frequently and eat smaller meals, and that's totally fine too. You just got to kind of play with it, experiment, and do whatever works for you. Sometimes I get people asking me about like what supplements I take. And I take supplements twice a day, so I'll take it typically after breakfast, and then I'll take my next round of supplements like after dinner usually. And so I have like a whole kind of collection here of supplements that I'm taking right now, and it kind of changes every now and then. Right now I'm gonna take 3 barley grass juice little pills, and it's got barley grass juice powder in there, and I'm gonna take 3 vitamin C's, and I'm going to take 1 B12 complex, get it out of there, okay, and then I'm going to take 1 methylcobalamin. So I have a lot going on here. There's all my little supplements, yay! And then I'm also going to take a zinc, but like a dropper full of liquid zinc, but I'm going to take these vitamins first, or these supplements first. Okay, now I'm going to take my dropper full of zinc. Of course, I would get it all over myself, like it would happen when I have makeup on and I'm recording. So you definitely don't have to take as many supplements as I do. I just like to experiment with taking different supplements, but the main one that you do want to take if you are eating a plant-based diet, or honestly any diet to be honest, is a B12, some sort of B12 supplement. That'd be like the one thing that you want to focus on. Everything else, you know, if you want to include it, you can. If you want to experiment, right now I'm sort of experimenting with a bunch of different stuff, so that's why I'm taking so much right now. All right, it's about 11:20, and I've got some mangoes here that really need to be cut up. You can see, where are they? You can see kind of like the black spots, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut these up. And these are Kent mangoes, and they're really delicious when they're good and ripe. They're super juicy. I actually might like these better than the champagne mangoes, although I love all mangoes. I love all fruit. But I'm gonna go ahead and cut these up, and I'll have this for lunch. Here are my 4 Kent mangoes. It is snack time. It's about 3 o'clock and I'm gonna go work out, but first I wanna have some grapes as a snack. So I've got some cotton candy grapes right here. So I might have like, I don't know, a cup of these before I go and work out. For dinner, I had half a pound of leafy greens, and I also had some leftover soup, which is what you see there. And the potatoes in that soup weren't quite enough, so I ended up steaming me a second bowl of potatoes, and I didn't end up eating all of those potatoes, but I ate about a third of them. If you like this video, click the video on the screen. This is another video that I think you might like, and I'll see you there.